All right, for some of you, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. The very first ever UFO Crash Recovery video. At least that is what is alleged. You see, a new whistleblower has come forward named Jake Barber, and he has a claim of retrieving an egg-shaped UFO craft. And in a News Nation exclusive run by Ross Coulthart, they show this footage, right? So I've got some more details. Stay tuned to the end about the video. But first, before we get to this video that you are going to want to see, let Jake explain a little bit about his encounter first, again, with this egg-shaped UFO craft.
So tell me about the moment when you realized that you were involved in a retrieval of non-human technology, alien tech.
So it became very clear the first time our communication process and procedure was modified. And then just visually looking at the object on the ground, you could tell that it was extraordinary and anomalous. It was not human.
How close did you get?
Well, I was a helicopter pilot and I operate with 150 foot to 200 foot long line. So I got within 150 feet of this object.
What did you see?
I saw an egg, a white egg.
Was there any visible propulsion system on it?
No, not what we would know. There's no engine, there was no thermal signature. I was operating at night when I finally came in to pick it up, so I'm working under night vision goggles at the time.
All right, so the time has come. It's time to watch this video. Now, again, this is allegedly a recovery of an egg-shaped UFO, right, that was deemed non-human, alien. Let's be real. That's what we're talking about here. So this footage has never been shown before, right? And it was just shown exclusively on News Nation. And I've got some more information about the video that you're going to want to hear from Ross Coulthart, so stay tuned. It was not included in the special, all right? So stay with me. First, let's watch this video, y'all. Again, a UFO crash recovery video never seen before.
Let's slow this down to take a closer look. That's an egg-shaped UAP suspended from a 150-foot long line. We're told the craft is about 20 feet long. The egg suspended in a cradle. And look how careful the pilot is as they bring their precious cargo into land. Let's freeze frame here to look at one of the clearest images of a UAP ever taken. This is no blurry light in a distant sky. The source of the footage putting themselves at incredible risk to record this UAP retrieval. Look at how perfectly smooth the craft is. No markings at all, and no visible means of propulsion or way to see inside. Watch how it rolls, almost graceful as it hits the ground, despite being wrapped in the ropes and canvas from the cradle as it's dropped for pickup. The UAP's final destination still unknown.
All right, y'all. What do we think, right? That's the first of its kind. I've never seen a UFO crash recovery video before. In fact, if you search for one online, there isn't any, right? There's plenty of UFO videos, but nothing like this. So what do you think? At first glance, what do you see? What are your thoughts, right? I saw a lot of questions online of like, you know, where's the rotor wash? Because it's supposed to be in a helicopter, right? The way it moves and whatever. I don't know, to be honest with you. Is it strange? Yeah, right? It looks strange. It is hard to see some detail. I know Ross is kind of saying it's clear, and this is not really that clear in my opinion, but, I'm no expert. Right. So I'm curious to read the comments on this one and see what people think. I don't know. Just going to leave it open. Right. You guys tell me in the comments what you think, and just curious to hear what everyone says about that video. It has never been shown before, and it's finally out. So now we can study it and see what's going on. Right. It's definitely odd. right? There's no question about that. It's definitely odd. Now, if there's any helicopter pilots watching this show, I would definitely appreciate some of their feedback in the comments about something like that, right? That would be great. I mean, are we seeing for the first time a UFO, right? An egg-shaped UFO right there? I don't know. But what I do have is a little more information on that video, and particularly who submitted that video to Ross Coulthart, because at first it seems like that's the video from Jake's encounter. But guess what? It's not.
What's interesting is for years I've been talking to people who've been telling me that these eggs are one of the more common shapes that you see of these alleged NHI craft. And it's fascinating to finally see one on video, confirmed provenance. I'm aware of where this video has come from. It did not come, by the way, from Mr. Barber. He had absolutely nothing to do with this. It came from other sources who are aware of the recovery operations on the range and who provided with this as direct evidence of the eggs that are and routinely are being procured on the range.
So, all right. It's not exactly, that is not a video from Jake's encounter, which initially that is what I thought this was going to be. And I think everybody thought that essentially. And at first, and in the special, that's what you think too when it's over. You don't know that. But I watched another interview after that show came out with Ross Coulthart, and he said what I just played, right? So, but they didn't say that in the special. So someone else provided a video from a separate encounter, right, entirely. Now, that actually may help corroborate Jake's story or not, right? What would have been interesting is to get Jake's opinion on seeing that video, right? Watch it with him and see what he said, right? Yeah, is that the same thing you saw? Is that what it looked like, right? But that wasn't done at all. So I would be curious to get Jake's take on that video and if it looks similar to exactly what he saw. Right. So I don't know, y'all, at the end of the day, is it an interesting video? Yeah. Is it a little bit of a letdown? Maybe, but I don't know. Is that just my bias coming in? Was I expecting more? I guess I'm always expecting more. So, I'm going to pause and let it just kind of settle in. Right. I'm going to sleep on it because I just literally watched this and making the video for y'all. Right. So that y'all can get direct access to this immediately, because I know a lot of people want to see this and didn't have an opportunity to watch News Nation. So, I don't know what to think. I'm going to just hold my judgments and questions and opinions about this till I let it just kind of settle in, right? But if that is confirmed to be an alien craft of some sort, yeah, it's odd for sure, right? If there's some sort of egg-shaped craft, there's no doubt, right? I don't know, right? And it sounds like there's a bunch of them, because if Jake's got his story and whoever submitted this video has their story, right? What's going on? What are these egg-shaped craft that they're recovering, right, on the range? And is it something we have, right, that we're testing or something? Like, why are they going to recover it, right? I don't know. This is just so strange, I must admit. So, but it is interesting to hear Ross add that context, because I don't think a lot of people know that. I think a majority of people are going to assume that video is Jake's encounter, and it's not. Not that it means anything nefarious or anything, but it's important to know those details, right? And it's important to know, why didn't we get Jake's take on that video, right, essentially. So, I don't know. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I've got more. So stay tuned. There's a lot to the story. I recommend checking out the show when it's going to premiere. I'll let everyone know so that they can watch it on YouTube. But there's a lot more to the story, because Jake had another entire encounter that is, he claimed to be possessed by a spirit, essentially, right? And saw a flying disc. There's a lot more to Jake's story. So stay tuned. I've got more videos coming. We'll see you on the next one. Remember, every day's a gift, y'all. Peace.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep.